The case study I will introduce is monitoring cognitive performance with a serious game, a longitudinal case study on online cognitive assessment. My name is Jacqueline Urakami and I am from the Tokyo Institute of Technology. This study was conducted in cooperation with UCHU and Mark Chignell from the University of Toronto. Cognitive functions are related to the ability to maintain independence and to perform activities of daily living. Especially the rapidly aging society, and with this an increase in diseases associated with cognitive deficits, placing a growing demand on health and long-term care providers that make it necessary to continuously monitor cognitive performance. We developed a serious game for valid and reliable assessment of cognitive performance based on the whack-a-mole games. Serious games are games that have an underlying purpose other than entertainment, and so far there is missing evidence from long-term studies especially in the effectiveness of using such games. The research questions addressed in our study were: will players be willing to play our whack-a-mole games repeatedly over the course of 5 weeks and continue to enjoy the game? Can our serious game be used for repeated measurement of cognitive performance carried out online by the user and without facilitation? And what challenges arise from conducting a study with an international research team working from different continents? 19 students played whack-a-mole games online over the course of 5 weeks. The rules of each whack-a-mole game changes slightly depending on the cognitive performance that is measured. The study started with a 1-week preparation phase where participants received written instructions and could try the games in a demo version. Data collection took place over the course of 4 weeks, where participants had to play all 7 games once a week. Online meetings were scheduled so participants could ask questions and report problems. Participants had to write a short report at the end of the data collection phase to reflect on their experience. Only 8 out of 19 participants completed all games, where 7 completed at least 3 sets of games. We noticed server-end problems, especially when many participants played the game at the same time. Also, throughout the study, a variety of user-end problems occurred, such as technical problems with sending data to the server, loading modes for the game, or connection problems. Some participants mentioned that they had problems understanding the instructions and felt bored with the game interaction. We also noticed a lack of motivation and enjoyment, especially throughout the course of the 4 weeks of data collection. Answering our research questions, we found a gradual decrease of motivation and acceptance and believed that incentives and gamification features are necessary to motivate players. Overall, we found a fairly good compliance with playing the game online, but adding video instructions might support users better than giving written instructions. Also, providing offline versions of the game might help to avoid some of the user-end problems our participants experienced. When it comes to working as an international research team, we felt that it's really important to have regular contact with participants, to react quickly to complaints and requests, and to have regular and frequent communication between all participating parties to keep everybody up to date. Based on our experience, I would like to highlight 3 problem areas that might be relevant for others as well that conduct longitudinal studies online. First of all, avoiding dropout by giving regular performance feedback, adding incentives, and providing personal monitoring to participants to give them the opportunity to report on problems. Dealing with technical problems by giving quick feedback, checking individual user settings, and providing alternative solutions such as downloadable, loadable versions of the game. And third, avoiding player fatigue by adding variations in interaction methods, diversifying gameplay, and incorporating learning opportunities to keep playing the game interesting and keep players motivated to continue over the long term. For future studies, we want to add an emotional component such as fearful faces, and the BrainTagger games are freely available for research and clinical use.